There you go. So what do we got this morning? James Ranky. Oh, hey. Paula Scholl. Good morning. TJ Keggy, my man. Good morning. TJ, are you on spring break? You on spring break this week? We just finished up that spring break. So there you go. Karen Buzzard, that's my ma. Good morning. And Jeremy Hunt, going quick this morning. Good morning. John Yao, good morning. Kathleen Beckett Napier, yay, PPP. Oh, Randy Carnes. Popping on to say hey. Okay. Well, buddy, safe travels. Check in with us. Let me know what are you thinking? You'll be there. Yeah, I'm with you. Scott. What you a couple days? Like, how long does it take you to drag a camper the whole way to wherever we're going to go visit you? Port Awesome or something like that? Let's see. John Yao, good morning. Dave Bichard, good morning. Did I get everybody up to that point? I think so. Sue Francis, that's my aunt. Good morning. Betty Carlson, also that's my aunt. TJ Keggy, week after next. Dang, you guys, your spring break is almost summer break, which is pretty cool. Your asynchronous Wednesdays. Ooh, that's a fancy word. It's a $7 word for the Wednesday. Katrina, good morning. Week after asynchronous. Paula Jack, good morning. Ruthie, good morning. That's HR's ma, if you didn't know. And Jason Brad, good morning. And even more. You'll be in Marathon on Saturday. You're going to run a marathon on Saturday, Randy? So that's Marathon, Florida. I don't know. Or is that Marathon Key? You know, I got really confused with the whole the whole what is Florida, what isn't Florida. There's a lot of Florida's a lot. There's a lot of Florida. COVID school vocabulary. Yeah. So I looked it up. I wasn't sure because somebody was teasing me that the Keys are a different country. I'm like, I don't think they are, but maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe they're just a territory, but they're under the they're the state of Florida, basically. So there you go. If you didn't know, state of Florida. Jim Black, good morning, my friend. And Julie Stover, good morning. I got to go to the bifocal here. Good morning and happy Wednesday. And I thought that was a cake, but it turns out it's a cup, which is equally good. I love a good cake. I really don't. Actually, you know what's funny? Well, there is that. I do think there is a little bit of the Florida Keys. They're kind of outlanders, you know, not the show. I've never actually watched the show. Yeah, South Florida is a different world altogether, buddy. Like, so, you know, my travels around Florida are, I've been in all the major parts of Florida. So I've been in South Florida several times. Never really spent much time in Miami, but just north of Miami, I spent a lot of time there. I was only to the Florida Keys one time. I was a kid, like, and I only remember like, oh my God, Sue Francis. It might have been in the back of your station wagon. Actually, I don't remember what trip it was, but I just remember like, oh my God, where are we going? Like, aren't we already in Florida? And Florida is so much Florida. Like when you're an East Coaster and you can knock out states every 3 or 4 hours, and then you hit the Florida line, you're like, we're almost to wherever you're going. No, you're not. You're not even close, because like Florida, even crossing Florida is tricky. They only let you do it at a few spots because they make gator food. Morning, Brian. The Conch Republic, Conch. Is that a conch? Yeah, Conch Republic, not conch. It's early. Conch Republic. That's cool. But South Florida, they operate on their own set of rules. Then there's Gulf Coast. Gulf Coast. Like Sanibel and Marco and all that, kind of like down around there. Then like we spend a lot of time. Currently, we go to like the Space Coast, like we're in that Cocoa Beach, Canaveral area, and then Destin, Florida. I love Destin, Florida. I haven't been there now in several years, but was one of my favorite destinations. Vacationed there many times. the band. Did you guys know I was in a band? I had a band. We toured, played some shows, sang some songs. But we had a van. I don't know if you knew that. We had a van. Yeah, I'm sorry about confusing you about the date. I didn't mean to do that. I'm confusing at times. Today is Wednesday, right? Yes, Wednesday, March 24th. Hey, there we go. But each region of Florida is very different, and I think that's one. Like when you get these larger states, and Florida is a good example of it. Is the side they're so separate by geographically speaking that they are literally like a different region. Like you could divide Florida, you really could divide Florida at least in half. I don't mean to be confusing. It's all right. Jay Mondoc. That's the way it goes. And good morning. Did I even talk about the date? I don't know. Hard to tell. But like California, like I was watching one of like how the states got their shapes kind of thing. And like California and I think maybe Texas were originally uh supposed to be multiple states. California I think was supposed to be 4 states, and the Texas I think was supposed to be 2 or 3. Let's see. Last flight we flew back over the Everglades. Yeah, I'm telling you, the Everglades. Oh, YouTube title. Scott, you're in trouble. Ha 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 ha. Scott finally screwed up. Knew it was going to happen. He slacks. He doesn't really feel like, he doesn't do much. Just we'll fix that. Thank you, Jay Mondoc. Julie Stover, you're back. Questions at work today. Oh, yeah, you got to tell them that we've got 20 minutes here of work going on. Let's see. Jason Breitenstein, what's up, my friend? Sorry I didn't get to chit chat with you too much yesterday. Try me later. Give me a call. It is a rerun. It's kind of the same show every day. Homesick with Vertigo. Ah, man. So I had a little bout with vertigo. It was a couple years ago, and I noticed like I felt unstable on my feet every once in a while, and then I went to pick up a laundry basket of all things. Like why would I even bother doing that? But I went to pick up this laundry basket, and I literally tumbled forward like I couldn't hold on to it, or I couldn't hold my balance when I did that, and I didn't have to do any neuro kind of stuff. I messed with my diet a little bit, got hydrated, and actually check your blood pressure, Brian. My blood pressure runs a little low as it is, and at that particular time in my life, I was running a little extra low, which made me more wobbly than I was realizing. Beyond that, man, I have friends that really struggle with it. There's also a thing. Now, I mean, we have to make this pretty crystal clear, right? That like you don't come to me for medical advice, right? Like we're cool with that, right? I mean, I'm not a physician. I'm not even a scientist. So these are just like random musings in my own personal experience. Right. Who puts clothes away? Exactly. You can just carry it around. I do. So I have 2 different black shirts. I have the regular neck. I believe they call that a crew neck. Then I have the V-neck, which I believe they call a V-neck. And those 2 that's it. I just wear those 2 shirts. Certainly, Edward, I'm not a medical scientist. Eddie, by the way, I got your text yesterday. I'll get you the whole thing, but so I've got it all charted out. Let me just while we're on here, let's just handle this really quick. It's June, right? Yeah, June 18. So June 26th, the morning of June 26th should be the last leg of the ride. with no unforeseen difficulties. And I don't have the map with me right now, but I can tell you where we're starting. But we're going to be coming from, so the last day is probably 50. So if you just went from Point State Park and went 50 miles back, that's approximately where we will be starting. Yeah, Brian, man, dude, but that's, yeah, like there's so many things, and but just please take care of yourself, and it's self-awareness is the best thing you can do. Like if you're wobbly, don't do nothing. And watch Peaky Blinders, which is a fantastic show. Oh, speaking of shows, so I watched season 1 of Cobra Kai a few like when it first came out, like a year or so ago. I'm like, oh, this is all right. See, you're a biologist. You should be giving me biological advice. I am not a biological studier of biologicals. So there is that. So what's this Cobra Kai show? It's okay. Good morning, Bob Dewey. The first episode was really fun, to see the old characters out. It's just like, oh, they're in the suits, they're wearing the stuff. So the basic premise of the show is the Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio, and his nemesis, Johnny Lawrence, who is, I think, William Besda. Unfortunately, I don't remember his name exactly, but everyone remembers who Johnny is. Sweep the leg Johnny. Like we all know Sweep the leg Johnny. So the show basically starts like, the first season is Johnny. It actually reminds me, there was a Robin Williams and Kurt Russell movie where Robin Williams dropped a football in like the big game, maybe at like Texas or something like that. I seem to remember like oil fields or anything like that. Hey, you can't be not doing nothing. I understand. Binged all 3 seasons. Well, Zabka. See, I was close. I knew there was a z sound and there was a b and a k. I just couldn't get them in the right order. Zabka. So season 1 I actually thought was really good. They took a nice, they kind of put a realistic focus on Johnny Lawrence's character, and after he lost the All Valley tournament in 1984, he spun out. He just never got it back together. And Daniel LaRusso, the Karate Kid, became like a car dealer magnate. Like he had multiple car dealerships, so, Mercedes and whatever. The show has to be sponsored by Mercedes because that's all you see. So season 1, totally on board. Great enough. Season 2, we're trying to get through it right now. Season 2 is awful, but we keep watching it because I keep hearing season 3 is really good. The Best of Times. That's exactly the movie. And man, I loved that movie. I thought Robin. I see now. I haven't seen that movie in such a long time. I thought Robin wasn't successful, but he always could like go back to that point in his life when he dropped the football. And Kurt Russell. It's a great movie. It's a great football movie. Like when you talk about great football movies, The Replacements is a great one. North Dallas 40 is really, considering the times, really good. But yeah, the Best of Times. That should be on my list from now on of like best football movies. It's great. I really liked both of The Longest Yards, the Burt Reynolds one, and then the other one with Burt Reynolds in it. It was kind of a joke. He was in both, but in the first one, he was the Longest Yard. Yeah, I love The Longest Yard. So when it comes to sports movies, you like the underdog. It always seems like that's the way it works. Like you always like the underdog, but in real sports, that never seems to be quite the case. Yeah, Dave, the acting is Like, there's a reason neither one of those guys went on to do much more, I think. Like, I'm not dogging them. I've never starred in a movie or been in TV shows or commercials or been famous of like that or anything at all. Um, but you know, their skill set was very specific and they were really good at it. Not so much maybe now. But oh my God, you want to talk bad acting. The Water Boy, it is a nice redemption story. I don't know if that goes up there. Favorite sports movie. So for me, I know I just squirreled on everybody. My favorite sports movie is probably Bull Durham, but is Bull Durham a sports movie? Or is it uh just a good story that happens to have baseball involved? You know, whereas I don't know, I guess isn't that every sports movie? You know, probably, so I'm trying to think. So Rudy was a great movie. Steve Dieter, Good Morning. That's a good call. Rudy was tremendous. And what's the one about the 1980 Olympic? It's the U.S. Olympics. That boy is Medulla Oblongata. It's a movie that includes sports. Field of Dreams is great. I totally agree. The Sandlot, absolute Hoosiers. There we go. Oh, The Natural. Friday Night Lights. You know, I've never seen Friday Night Lights. I don't know. There was just something about it I just didn't care for. Miracle, right? That's the hockey movie, right? Ah, that is a tremendous movie. I remember watching it. Like, so I have just the vaguest of memories of the U.S. I've never seen Radio either. I've heard it's really, really good, but I've never seen Radio. Um, that's Cuba Gooding Jr., right? Is he in that one? Oh, Mystery Alaska. Dang, there's so many good movies. I mean, we have to put Slapshot in there, right? Like Slapshot's like one of the all-timers. And is Rocky a sports movie? I mean, boxing's a sport for sure. It's great. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, Major League. We Are the Titans. That's a great, or Remember the Titans. Yeah, yeah, yeah. These are great movies. Yeah, Friday Night Lights. I think that was one of those things of I just didn't uh John Wick. That's a sport. Like killing a bunch of people is pretty good. Oh, Moneyball. See? Turns out there's a lot of great sports movies. I think maybe this year instead of sports, I'll watch sports movies. I'll just take every Sunday, watch a good sports movie. I've got it easily of seasons worth. The Bad News Bears. Hell yeah, Major League. Major League, the first Major League is awesome. Oh, We Are Marshall. That movie. That movie is so heavy and so amazing. Um Tremors, Captain America, Winter Soldier, um, and Star Wars. Those are my favorites. So The Longest Yard, I like both of them. Um, the original with Burt Reynolds as the quarterback, uh, and then the second one with Adam Sandler as a quarterback. They're both really good. Shooting is a sport. That's true. It's 100%. It's a sport. What's the sport where you ski, you cross country ski, and then you shoot a target or a series of targets? Um, they should do a movie about that. Yeah, right. Zabka had a short run. So his if he, I would be surprised if he went much past biathlon. That's it. If Zabka went past 1990. Oh no way. Tanner from the bat. Yep. So I just learned this as we're running. I had no idea that Friday Night Lights was both a movie and a show and a book. And I said both, and I listed three things, which is kind of hilarious. Now, Biathlon, Toxic Avenger, good sports movie, good sports movie. Toxic things are totally that's totally a sport. They have Jeremy, and it's really good. Leslie Nielsen is in it. I think it's called Men with Brooms. It's actually really good. It's it's weird. But you're doing a movie about curling, so you gotta keep it a little off. There's a curling league, at least there was, pre-pandemic. There's a curling league here in Columbus, and whoa, I've received 100 message today with a restream chat. I guess that's a big thing. We haven't done that before. Blades of Glory. There you go. Hey, Randy, travel safe. Check in with me. Just shoot me a text every day when you get to your location, and I'll make sure that the PPP people know you are traveling and you're safe. If there's anything we can do, we'll take care of you. I mean, not really. Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man, totally a sports movie. The sport, I believe, is drug heist. A heist. Bank heisting is totally a bank heist is totally a sport. Rodeo, sports movie. Yeah, 8 Seconds. Is that the one with I think he just died recently, right? He was like from 90210, right? Is that the one that I'm thinking of? But now look at all these great sports movies. Talladega Nights is a sports movie. I was going to say the car racing. If you haven't seen, was it Ferrari? There you go. Ford versus Ferrari. That movie's awesome. I mean, it's awesome. Luke Perry. That's who I was thinking of. Stephen Baldwin. Stephen Baldwin, I believe, was in Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. So quick story about Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. Jay Mundock and I, we were roommates in college. And good morning, Deb. 90210, dude. That is correct. Jason Perry, or whatever his last name. Yeah, Perry. Debbie, good morning. Good to have you on the show. So Jay Mundock and I, back in Strattonville, we lived in a suburb of Clarion. We wanted to move out of the city. There should be a bass fishing movie. I mean, it's a sport. It's a professional sport. I know professional athletes. Luke Perry, that's his name. I know a professional bass fisherman, and he's a sportsman. So there should be a professional bass movie. It'd be great. Surfing is totally a sport. Point Break. It's one of my favorites. We are really all over the place. I'm gonna have to jump here. We got work to do. But Point Break, one of my favorite 90s. That's 90s, right? Yeah, 90s movies. Maybe my favorite Patrick Swayze movie. I don't know if calling it a sports movies. Now, here's the thing. He was Johnny Utah, who was an Ohio State quarterback in the movie, and you could sort of like blend the lines and say then he went on to play for the Replacements. So there you go. And technically Jaws is a fishing movie. That's true. That is true, Edward. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Well, hey, everybody, it's been a great morning. Good talking to everybody. I took a shower this morning. No product in this weave. And rollerball. The first rollerball. So my older cousin was in college, and he's a lot older than me. Like, he's 5 years older than me, which is a lot. So he was a junior in college, and his younger brother and I came up to visit him, and they had the original rollerball with James Caan. Utah, get me too. The original the one with James Caan, and we come up to hang out and party with our older cousin, and they were math majors, so just want to say the level of party was the bar was set pretty low. Grumpy Old Men is technically a fishing movie. That's right. Bloodsport, Kickboxer. See, there's so many sport movies we can hardly believe it. But we went and saw Rollerball, and let's say I was 14, and that movie's whacked. Now I know they made a new version, and I never watched it, but that movie is crazy. At least then I thought it was like, I don't know what is going on. But all right, everybody, good chit chatting, good talking. I was outside. It's raining, so it's blah. So, but temperature wise, I had a light hoodie on, so I'm gonna say it's 51. That's my guess. Whoa, feels like 56. Touchdown. Sport goal. Total sport goal. All right, everybody. I got to get to work. You're all awesome. I mean, every darn one of you. I love every one of you, even you.